Am I?
Am I? So what do you really think about the film? What was your opinion?
I actually really enjoyed it, to be honest with you. I thought I was very invested in the characters. I really liked the flaws from the characters. I like that he wasn't heroic. He was just very real to me. Uh, I mean, it kind of makes sense that the German would actually be talking in Spanish, in English, because that would be the common language. But at a certain point, I don't know. I wish they would have had a moment where he breaks down and he starts like cursing in German or some shit like that, just to make it like more organic to the plot. I definitely think that it could have been shorter in terms of the protests. I think that could have been handled more better. And like I said, it was a huge turnoff. Oh, you're recording. It was a huge turnoff that the bad guy was so bad, and that I don't know. It was just very off-putting, and
I
it
I hated the bad guy. Like the bad guy was like, why was he there? Like, what am I watching? A fucking, you know, a Bruce Lee film from the 80s? Like, what the fuck? Why is he? That's what he looked like, you know?
yeah
Like, what the
yeah
fuck?
yeah. And also I hated the fact that they're following both of them, and they don't actually grab the German. I don't know how the fuck he escaped to save the guy. That kind of didn't make any sense to me. And then he hits the guy, so I don't know.
Oh,
It's
I agree with you there, and the only reason why I let it go is because exactly what I told Blaze. It's not about what happened. It's about the experience, being in the moment, being present.
Mhm.
Um, the fact that you know how I told you about point of views, right? So the fact that we're looking at his point of view,
Yeah,
um, and all of a sudden he gets fucking hit. It's like, oh shit, where did he come from? I thought he would have died. Kind of like that. I
yeah.
like that. I like that because it has that mystique and it makes it a little more interesting.
I I like the reason that I like that. I mean, I don't like that, but I like that he was begging for his life, and he never really actually got the balls to like fight. He was just like, "Oh, please don't." Well, he's
Yeah, yeah.
that's like that. I think that's more human than the heroics that we usually are presented with. So I like that. Maybe yeah. I tried to equate, but yeah, I did like his
It's,
performance as Mr. Wonderful.
I think he's a shitty actor. I'm sorry. Like
It's
he was
okay.
terrible.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, it's not. It's not okay. It's
No,
terrible.
I think he's the Gary Oldman of South Korea.
Fuck you.
No, I mean, uh, yeah, yeah. Uh,
I'm gonna watch Parasite. I'm gonna watch Parasite, and I've been dying to watch it because it's considered a thriller and a horror, surprisingly. And I want to watch it because I want to see what the deal is with this fucking film because a lot of people liked it, and I'm gonna try and go in there with an unbiased opinion or whatever. But I I I I, I hope he does a better job in Parasite than this fucking film because my dick went limp because of him. And I still think that the beginning was terrible, or I'm sorry, that it's still two different films they sliced together. Like even like the color correction, I guess. Like I can't explain it. Like it sucked.
well, did you mean it sucks because he starts like being like he starts with him saying la 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 la.
Yeah, yeah. It seemed like it was unrealistic, and it's like that typical fucking like Asian stereotype. And again, I'm ignorant when it comes to this. Maybe that's how the culture is, and that's fine. But I just feel like exageran. They
Yeah, yeah,
exaggerated. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. Like it's exaggerated. It's like, come on, dude. You know, it's
yeah,
like when they do rednecks. You know, I love rednecks. Like
yeah.
when they do rednecks, like rednecks don't really speak like. I mean, they do, but it's not like, well, you know, the damn thing is right. It's like they exaggerate that, you know. And
Okay. Yeah.
I sure do love me a redneck woman. I'll tell you that.
No, 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 no.
Mother, sister, aunt.
I can see that at the beginning. I can definitely see that at the beginning.
Yeah, and I fucking didn't like the fact that the protagonist had that antagonistic feeling.
You mean the German?
The German, I thought he was a fucking bad guy from the get go. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. It's turning into a James Bond film.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, does it make sense?
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I can see, uh, yeah, there. I don't know how to say instances of that. I still, yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. What is this a song? Yeah, 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 yeah.
No. I'm still trying to equate, but overall, I didn't like the film, and I thought that it was, yeah, I like the film. I like the film a lot.
Yeah, but why do you like it a lot?
I like the film because I thought that it was that everything added to the. I think because everything added to my experience. I like how the relationships develop. I mean, I know that you're not biased like me. Like if you hate a performance, you're able to disassociate that from the rest of the film.
Yeah, I don't treat everyone like you do with Sniper Guy.
Yeah, no, yeah. So
Mr. Bradley Cooper. You know what? For everybody that's watching, I told him like he should watch Guardians of the Galaxy and he'll love Bradley Cooper. And
I
he's
saw
like, no, 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 fuck that guy. No, no. He'll probably do that in one of the shows.
it. I mean, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, see, he does that every time. Yeah. Yeah. Well, but
yeah.
did it okay. Yeah. No, 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 no.
No, I actually saw Guardians of the Galaxy and I liked it. I liked it.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, yeah. No, I liked it. I liked it.
Did you watch part one and two?
No, I haven't watched part two.
Part two, sad. Right up your alley.
Yeah, no, I watched that.
Could have been your father, but it wasn't your daddy.
Yeah, no,
That fucked me up actually.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I might watch it. No, I wanna see something. No, but overall, yeah, there's a couple of things that, overall, I really enjoyed the experience. And I don't know, I think, yeah, I liked it.
You think what?
No, I was thinking about how emotional I got during the film, during the protest scenes, and just people being shot at. That was kind of like,
Because you went back somewhere, right?
yeah, that fucked me over a little bit. So that was kind of like shit. Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. um, what would you think about the cinematography and the audio and all that?
I didn't think. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it, to be honest with you. I wasn't thinking about it.
Then why the fuck are we doing this for then?
No. I mean, I wasn't. Usually, when I focus on the cinematography, is because I'm not invested in the film. That's why I'm not like
Oh,
distracted by other things. Like that's why. But I mean, I didn't think that. I thought that it was not sufficient, but it was adequate. It wasn't nothing special, yeah, but it serves. I mean, yeah, it wasn't anything special, but yeah,
yeah, the audio wasn't that great.
no,
Well, nothing special.
yeah.
Um, like like I said, it was very stock. Like it's just nothing. I don't know. I did dig the mechanic scene though.
Yeah.
That I dug that a lot because it kind of made me feel like I was in the time. Made me feel like Wonder Years, like that era.
Was it kind of a turnoff that he didn't actually die? Was desperate enough to get a hold of his daughter, or you didn't? It didn't even matter.
What do you mean? Say that
Like,
again?
was it kind of a turnoff when he wasn't like that concerned about not getting a hold of the daughter until the next day when he gets the mechanic, or that doesn't even didn't equate?
It wasn't a turn off. It was just reality. Back then, they didn't have cell phones. They didn't have the ability to just instantly talk to someone. So if kind of like if there's no landline, like in the film Spell, when she's like, "There ain't no phone up in this motherfucker." Like if there's no phone, you kind of come to terms. Well, okay, then I have to wait till tomorrow. I will do what I can because number one, he couldn't travel by himself. Number two, it was fucking far. Like hours and hours of walking,
Mm.
So you kind of in that situation. I mean, I totally get why you asked me because I have a daughter. I mean, I totally get the situation. It's kind of like, well, fuck, what can you do about it? Just wait till tomorrow. It's like, and I tell people this all the time. It's like, there's nothing you can do about it right now. So make the best with what you got now because when you can do something about it, then fully invest. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And some people would be like, no, man, you're supposed to try and figure out a way. Sometimes you literally can't. Like, if you're in a fucking different city where there's a fucking war going on and they're hunting for your ass and it's nighttime, yeah, and you don't have a plan, yeah, maybe you should wait till the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And thank God she had someone that's watching after her. But, I feel like, again, with the times that it was, he was allowed to do what he was allowed to do, and that's it. Now nowadays it's different. Like, there's a fucking cell phone 5 feet from me. I could just ask, hey, can I borrow your phone?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's different now. There is no excuse. Like how they say, it takes 2 seconds to return a text message. There's
That's,
24 hours, that whole thing, right?
yeah, yeah.
How much time are you invested in me? It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I do. I will say that it was kind of refreshing to see the cliche of the American entitled put upon the German dude. I need to get there. I need to get there, and I like that.
What do you mean the American?
Because usually they want to fix everything with money, and usually the American is the one who like kind of goes there and kind of wants everything done. And if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it by myself. A little bit of pompous Americans, and this was kind of in a German kind of like. So I like that about that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's fair to say it's an American thing. I think it's fair to say it's a character thing, and it's possible that Americans, even though Americans are descendants of Europeans,
Yeah.
which, yeah, hello, German, that side of the country, or of the country, of the world,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of makes sense because it's about determination and want and drive. So I think it's more of a character thing, kind of like, I want this, I need this, this has to be done. I'm gonna die if doing this. That's
Okay.
why that's why it fucked me up in the hospital scene when he wasn't filming, and he's like, "Get up, dude! Like, you need to fucking show this." And that's when the character switched. That's when he stopped being a shitty actor and became a good actor at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
And that's what I actually like. Yeah, ironically, it made me think of someone, a journalist we both know, and I always wonder, like, I wonder if this person gets like that, going through what they've gone through. You know what I mean? Uh,
yeah.
I'm not a fan of journalists. I think they're scum, but I like scum, so I'm kind of biased with that too. Am I making any sense?
No. But it makes sense. I was just trying to maybe like explore something, but yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we add our own biases when we say things about other people, which is kind of bad and kind of get us to know. But yeah, but it was. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Overall, it's a good film. It's a good film. I just don't think it's anything special,
Hmm.
um, other than the fact that he was looking for him his whole life.
Yeah.
And when I saw the German at the end, the real guy,
Yeah.
I wanted to cry. I know you cried. I wanted to cry. I was like, get back in there, tear.
I actually, and I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't record myself because I'm so beautiful. No, but I didn't record myself. I know I cried when the taxis were like helping him, and I know I cried in another two instances, but I don't remember which ones they were. But
That's
it,
the other thing too that I didn't like, and I forgot to mention that. And I'm happy I didn't mention that until now, since we're doing this one-on-one.
yeah,
I really fucking hated the cheesy moments. Go, I stay back. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
yeah. You're
Why
right.
do you need to show that?
Yeah,
Why? It's
yeah,
2020. We're in a fucking crisis, and we're showing garbage like this. I didn't like that at all. But then
yeah.
again, you know me with cheese.
No. I agree with that. I agree with that. But they kind of balanced it out because of that. I love that the film was. I I also thought that it was cheesy, but I think that's when I cried the second time. You you are my passenger. Chinga tu madre. Chinga tu madre.
I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, I can see that, and I can agree to that because it was almost like you get American and provolone, and it just doesn't work.
You get American and what?
Provolone cheese.
Oh, I thought you I thought you were an actual like American person and
Provolone.
provolone. Okay.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I think that could have been in a different way. But I like the principle of the story and the integrity of the taxi. I just didn't like that kind of dialogue. Yeah, and yeah, I didn't like that. I wish they would have done it in a different way. And even even if it was just with a gaze, that would have been better. Why did they have to do that? What the
I
fuck?
agree, dude. You know what? As stupid as that is for some people and as cheesy it is for others, like I think if the guy would have looked at him and nodded, and the other guy went, "Okay," like nodded back, like that would have worked just fine.
Yeah,
But then I don't know. This kind of reminds me of you know the what you call it, the soap operas.
yeah,
Armando, no, but Asian soap opera.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
you don't watch Family Guy. There's one where Quagmire was on a Japanese, I think Japanese soap opera, and it was just like that, like so fucking cheesy.
yeah.
And I get it. Like it's cool. I'll admit to it. I like some of it. It's cool, but the cheese,
No,
like
but I think that no bad on you, uh, but I think that they've done a better job. Like when I said, and I think that's my favorite scene. That when they're going through the road or the freeway. That can you imagine that scene when the guy with a huge like eyelids or the huge this I don't know what this is called.
yeah, eyelid.
Yeah, the eyelids like he has like hinchadas, right? The guy
Yeah,
with
it's
a
fun.
family, and they just look at each other and they know, dude. So why the fuck do we need to? Why the fuck do we need language when it's about how we can connect through a gaze? That's a little bit about what pisses
I,
me.
I guess it just comes to like the creative mentality, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of like, why do we follow certain formats, you know? Like I always argue with this director we both know, and I'm like, no, dude, why do you have to follow like that? Because that's how it is. Well, fuck that. That's not why a film is great. A film is great because it's great, and if you break the fucking rule or even change it while you're at it, kind of like the handheld thing. That was a game changer, dude, for filmmaking. You know what I mean? Shit like that. That was a no no back then. Now it's like everyone's doing it. Look what we're doing. We're doing fucking Zoom.
Yeah.
You know? Which reminds me, I gotta talk to you about something else later. But yeah, man, like I think it's BS.
I also think that if you put and this is coming from someone who likes to write a lot of dialogue, I think if you put words into a scene, you make it less universal. If you have less words and you have more like the interaction between both of them, you can say more with less. And I don't know. I think it would.
I agree. I'm like that with audio. I tell like our students. I say, dude, I know that we're supposed to add a bunch of shit, and I know that in music, I told you that layering is important when you're building sounds, but sometimes less is more. It's just
Yeah,
a fact, Sometimes, like when we do your films, like there's not a lot of music in it, and it's relevant. It makes it that much more realistic. And honestly, the silence sometimes is more powerful. It's the same thing with dialogue.
yeah,
Having no dialogue is more important. But then you're gonna have fucking filmmakers that they're gonna be like, well, what about explaining the story and stuff? It's like, get the fuck out of here, you dinosaur. That was like 1960s.
yeah.
Like who fucking cares? Like less is more, and I agree. Hand gestures or not. Oh, have you seen Man of Steel?
No,
Okay, there's this scene where Kevin Costner he breaks his ankle in the tornado, right?
yeah,
And he's gonna die. He's just gonna fucking die. and Henry Cavill, who is Superman, this is before he was Superman, saw that he was going to happen, and he could just run over there, grab him really quick, and go back. You know what Kevin Costner did? He just went, and he allowed himself to get killed to show his son that just because you can doesn't mean you should. You know, like that, like oof, I'm getting fucking chills. And I'm a Batman fan, and that was a sick scene. And then when the tornado takes him, he just fucking yells and cries, and it's to prove that his dad proved a point. The point was, with great power comes great responsibility, and he'd rather die than have his own son being outed as this fucking alien.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, no, yeah. Yeah.
That's definitely 100% deeper than porn stars go. But yeah, no, it should be yeah, shit like that. Sometimes the absence of dialogue is more important.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that, yeah.
Sometimes you need to have the dialogue for the productions. Oh no, it came out.
Yeah, dude.
Now, would I own it? Would I own this film? No, I wouldn't own it. Would I rent it? No, I wouldn't rent it. I don't think it's like, um, for example, I just bought Shoplifters because I really liked it.
Hmm.
Oh, what was that other film we watched? The Whistlers. I thought it was good. Would I own it? No. Yeah, but we all know why you own it.
You know what? I asked, they fucked up the poster, dude. I love the other poster. This looks like a cheap movie, dude.
Yeah, it looks like the guy from the Transporters on there.
Exactly. Yeah, and the poster was beautiful, dude. I This is the only thing that I think that COVID should have come in like 3 weeks later because I could have gotten the poster. Not because people are dying.
What did the poster look like?
It was just her and the guy right next to each other with a blue background, and she had this dress, but it was mainly about her. But this also looks like a video game.
Series. Oh, it does. You're right.
Yeah, and why the fuck did they do this, dude? Who the fuck did this poster? Fuck that shit, dude.
Millennials, my friend. Millennials.
Fuck, dude. You know what? I just remember when we were at the movie and it took forever to start, dude, and people were bitching. Remember that time?
Oh yeah, I remember how cramped and crowded and smelly that theater was.
Yeah, yeah, it was good.
We showed up like what 2 hours early,
Yeah, and then the movie started like half an hour late.
just so you guys have a little context. Hi,
Yeah.
we drove from San Diego to L.A. to watch this film, and we showed up early, a lot earlier than we anticipated. So how much time did we have to kill?
Oh, like an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did we eat or we just
I
walked
think
around?
we did it because
I
we
don't
didn't
know. What
play.
the fuck did we do that? I don't remember. That's when we went to go watch M, right?
Yeah, at night, right?
At night. So we
Yeah.
did like a quadruple feature. We missed M.
Oh, no, no, no. Then it was the Whistlers, and
Yeah.
then there was an American Cinematheque. We were gonna do a triple feature,
Yeah.
seeing M. Shit, I love that. I love the American version of M, dude. It was fuck. That the lawyer was fucking amazing. Dude.
What was it called? Something vampire?
No, that's the Argentinian, the Black Vampire.
Black vampire.
Yeah,
What was the American version called?
I think it was called M as well.
M. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah, I really dug him. He didn't know that I was into noir. I mean, I'm not into noir like I know trivia, and I'm like, you should watch this film. I love crime films and I love black and white shit.
Yeah.
I was a Dick Tracy fan. A lot of people don't know that.
Did you like the movie?
I did growing up. I haven't seen it as an adult. So,
Okay.
do I want to kill it for myself? Yeah, I probably will watch it. I used to watch the cartoon. I used to read little comic books that would come, in the magazines or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that and Batman. I'm all fucking detective shit. That's why I'm always doing detective work. Like I'm like, oh, let me find out. Give me a day, and I like find shit out.
Yeah.
Uh, I should have become an investigative journalist.
It would have been legit.
How do you know? Because he found it.
And,
But yeah. All
uh,
right. So how are we gonna grade this?
uh,
Like on one to five, 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Like we should do this for all the films.
yes, we should. Uh, shit. I would give it 7.5.
Huh?
7.5.
Do you want to do 10?
Or unless you want to do other things.
That sounded a little sexual there.
Yes.
No, because I'm looking at the third murder right now, and I see it has 4.5 stars. And I said, well, maybe 5 stars because number 3 would be average, 2 would be below average, 1 would be like throw the shit out the window.
If it's like that, I would give it 3.
Shut up! You really would give it a 3?
Well, I think that after our discussion, I would make it I mean, it has a lot of flaws. I mean, I'll do this. Emotionally, I would give it a 5. Uh,
Okay.
technically, I would give it a 3.
Okay.
Acting wise, I would give it a 4. uh, cinematography, I would give it a 3. Uh, I don't know. I think that would be my it. How about you?
I would give it a 3 across the board, except for his acting, the lead, the kid, the actual taxi driver. I'd give
Oh,
him
yeah.
1.5.
Okay.
He sucked, dude. I'm sorry.
Okay. So for next time, we're gonna do acting, cinematography, acting, cinematography. What else? Emotionally. What emotional? Is that relevant emotionally? I'll give it a.
Well, yeah, of course, you're a scriptwriter and I'm a musician. We live off of emotion.
Okay.
If it doesn't move you, if it doesn't make you sad or happy or angry, then it's fucking pointless.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So emotionally. And what was the fourth? I think I said 4, but I don't remember.
One more question. God damn, my neighbors
Yeah.
are here.
Okay. So we'll do Les Misérables avec Raven.
Yeah, we'll do that on Monday. Well, that's the end of the show, guys.